Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about my recent switch to becoming pescatarian. So I am going to be transitioning to full vegetarian, but I actually gave up meat for Lent. I didn't eat much meat anyways. I always was kind of grossed out by it, like any of the hard pieces in it or the chewy pieces. It literally would make me like gag and not want anything. So that was hard for me. And just the treatment of animals and everything like that, I just couldn't handle it. So I decided to go pescatarian for Lent, and then I just continued it. And I really love it. It is not hard. My husband does still eat meat, and I don't shame him for that. That is his choice. I am not going to force our children to be vegetarian or pescatarian. I do plan on making our own baby food, so I'll 100% be giving them meat. But I'm going to try to do only like the grass-fed, really organic meats. But I wanted to talk about like my transition, things that I do. I will be blogging a lot about this, talking about like recipes, switches, and things like that. I think a lot of people, when they hear that I'm vegetarian and my husband isn't, they're like, how does that work? Like, how? It's not that hard. He makes me amazing vegetarian dishes when he has the time to cook for me or himself, or when he has the time to cook, basically. Eggplant has been my biggest love. I just love eggplant. I always have, but I never had it as much as I have been these past few months. So, and then we also don't drink, we do have half and half and occasionally sour cream, and we do have some cheese. But my husband actually developed a dairy allergy late in life. About 2 or 3 years ago, we started noticing some symptoms, and we realized that he had developed a dairy allergy. And I have been lactose intolerant since I was about 12 or 13. So I used to take like Lactaid pills when I was really young, or like I think that's what they're called. And I used to buy Lactaid milk, and everything like that. But I just came to the point where I was like, and I love soy, but there's a lot of health things with soy that it has estrogen in it, and you can't have too much, and especially if you plan on having kids, and there's a lot of, I think everything in moderation is fine. So I still get soy milk when I go to Starbucks because that's what I prefer over almond or coconut or any of it. Even over dairy milk, I think soy milk tastes the best. So we're not vegan. We do have some dairy products, and we have eggs and stuff. But I've always loved veggies. Like, that's always been like my favorite. I've never been a fruit person. Like, I like apples and I love dried fruits, but like actual fresh fruits is like, I would never go grab a plate of fruit salad unless it's for the whipped cream. Like, straight up honest. So with being vegetarian or pescatarian, it's not that difficult. I'm so grateful. People say like, well, you're not going to change the world, like you not eating meat. But you know what? Every little thing you do helps. And you should never think like that. You should never think like, oh, I don't want to do this because it's not going to change the world. Anything you do makes a difference. Even if it's just the world around you, it makes a huge difference. And once you make a change, other people might be inspired to make a change too, and it's big. So don't ever downplay yourself. There are plenty of people around you that you can influence and change, for the better, and sometimes for the worst, unfortunately. But just do what you feel right with your heart. You shouldn't do it because it's popular. You shouldn't do it because somebody told you to. I mean, of course, if your doctors are telling you to because your health, but you should do things out of the goodness of your heart. You should never expect anything back. Just do things because you want to do them. So that is why I became pescatarian. And like I said, I'll be transitioning to vegetarian probably by the end of May, mid-June. just because, you know, I had like a breakdown in a store that had fresh fish that were alive, and they had hooks, like scars all in them, and the way these animals came up to me and were looking at me was like, please help me. And if I could, I would have bought every single one of them and had a huge tank and like rehabilitated them. And they were catfish. I've never even eaten catfish. But like the way these fish looked at me was so surreal. And I cried in the supermarket. I was just crying. And P was like, oh my gosh, like it's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay. And you know, he even agrees, like sometimes fish have like the hardest thing because they don't have a voice. Like, not that animals have a voice, but they have a cry, and fish a lot of the time don't, so people don't think they have feelings, but they do. It's actually been like proven, if you look it up, that fish actually, some of them are smarter than, or as smart as a dog or a toddler. So by this video, I'm not trying to switch you or make you choose this lifestyle. I just want to share like the differences in that I've realized from it, and just what switches I've made, how it's going, basically. There are so many options. We have a store near us called Grocery Outlet, and they have a lot of like vegan, vegetarian options, and I love it. My favorite patties, I will include a picture here, and they're by Hillary's. They are the best. I just think they're so delicious. And I love eating them with like, I don't know, anything. Sometimes I like to put like spaghetti sauce on them. I just love it. So other than that, my other favorite dish is the eggplant parmesan that my husband makes. It's sometimes a challenge. Like going to other people's house is a challenge, and I kind of always have to think about something that I can eat or that I can bring, because I don't want to be rude. And say like, oh no, I'm not going to eat your food. Like, you know, I don't want to put that vibe out. I don't want to be rude. And I don't want people to feel like they need to cater to me and make something for me. So that's the hard part that I'm kind of struggling with right now. That I think would be the hardest part. Other than that, there's usually somebody always has veggies. Like, it's pretty easy. And of course, once I get pregnant, I'm going to talk to my midwife and kind of see if I need to like reintroduce like what I need to do for my body. So you should of course be talking to your physicians or your midwife or whoever you consult for your health. But I'm already on iron pills that are vegan iron. It's called, what is my pill called? I'll include the name here. Mega Foods. Oh, I got it. Mega Foods blood builder, because I was already really low on iron, and so I should probably have my blood tested again just to make sure, because if you do get pregnant while you're low on iron, you can lose hair. It's huge. You know, it can be a detriment to the child. It's big. But so far I'm doing really good. I feel practically the same. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my god, it changed my life. I felt so different. But my husband's always like, well, you didn't eat that much meat before. Like, so I don't think it's that. Like, your body is not, you know, feeling deprived or not going to feel that different because you already weren't having that much. So I would say that my body feels the same. Some people said they've lost weight from it once they switched. For me, I've stayed pretty much the same. Of course, I'm building muscle because I work out, and I'm building my legs and my booty. Like, that's my goal, in my arms. But I'm pretty much at the same weight. The only thing that's been hard for me is like the carb intake. I want to cut my carbs and sugars just a little bit, because being vegetarian sometimes, or pescatarian, you feel like you eat so much carbs. Like, everything kind of has carbs in it, and it's hard to avoid. And you know, there's times where I'm like, I'm starving, I'm on the go, I need something, pasta, put something on it, you know, put some butter on pasta and some cheese and go. And put some veggies in it. It's the most filling thing you can have. But so far, my favorite patties, like I said, are those Hillary patties. I have always eaten lentils, quinoa, beans. That I love those items. So that's helpful to me. Something I have tried is jackfruit. I'm not going to say that I love it. A lot of people use it as a substitute. I like it. It does taste like artichoke hearts, and I love that taste, don't get me wrong. I love olives, all that pickled stuff. But in foods, it still holds that flavor. Like, even if I marinate it for a long time and I feel like it just holds that flavor. P didn't really like it. Like, he'll eat it, but he's not going to eat it as a replacement. And my other issue with jackfruit is that it actually has no protein. So for me, when I'm hearing like, wow, it's a great replacement for meat, I'm thinking like, wow, it probably has a lot of protein in it. It has none. So that's pretty disappointing to me. But other than that, it is really good. I will include it in my lunches. Like, I did a barbecue jackfruit that I like baked in the oven. And it was really good. Like, I made my own barbecue sauce and I just popped that in the oven and let it cook for a while so it could really soak up and get kind of like, you know, kind of meaty. Like, soak up the juices and cooked really well. And I put that with quinoa and sweet potatoes and it was delicious. But other things that I love, peas have some good protein and iron in them. I love frozen peas from Trader Joe's. They don't add salt or sugar. That's amazing. I've been loving spinach. Only cooked and usually frozen spinach. But there's a lot of great options. And going to restaurants and even fast foods have had some great strides in the past few months. I'm losing my words here. Del Taco has come out with the Beyond Taco. I actually went to go try it and I did not because it cost $2.69, I think, for one taco. So I did not end up getting it. I just got a bean, cheese, and rice burrito. P and I don't really eat fast food. It's really rare, like maybe once a month or once every 2 months. So Burger King is coming out with the Impossible Whopper, I believe. Most restaurants have replacements. My favorite restaurant veggie burger, I would actually have to say, is Claim Jumper. I don't know if Claim Jumper is all over, so I'm sorry if they're only in California. I'm not sure. But I always got the barbecue chicken sandwich, and it was so good. So I actually got that sandwich, and I just asked for the veggie patty instead. And it was so amazing. That's probably my favorite thing I've eaten as far as restaurant-wise since I became vegetarian. Of course, everybody has always got like French fries and veggies, so that's super easy to swing. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share this journey with you and like inform you on what it's like. People may judge you. I haven't had anybody really be like, oh God, you know, some people are really like about it, but you know what, if they do that to you, or if somebody is acting like that to you, it is your lifestyle choice and they don't have to live it. They don't have to go through the struggles. But my husband is really great about it and I'm so thankful. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of clue you in. So other things that I use too are garbanzo beans. I pop that in like stir fries, everything, because they're super great for you and taste delicious. So I use that as a meat replacement as well. And even P loves it. Like sometimes I just do vegetarian dinners. P's consumption of meat has gone way down, but he hasn't given it up fully. And I would never want him to or ask him to. He does work out a lot and he needs a lot of protein powder, more than myself. So, and he's happy with his eating and I'm happy with him eating the way he does. But he does like he always tries the vegetarian stuff. The other thing I love is by Quorn, I think is the brand. And they're meatless chicken patties and they're meatless and soy free. Like I was saying, it's a struggle sometimes to find the stuff that doesn't have soy in it. And those are made from like a fungus, like a mushroom type thing. And it tastes so good. It tastes just like chicken. Like if I didn't know, I would think it was chicken patties. But they're even better because there's no like chewy, gross stuff in it and everything. So a lot of the vegetarian stuff he's totally fine with. I try not to give him like any soy. And then like I said, for myself, I just do really minimal intake because it's a scary line for me, you know. But I hope this video helps you. I hope this video inspires you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get to them. And I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe so you don't miss me. And thanks for watching. Bye!